Hey, it's Josh from WISCO Bourbon Club. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. In the video that I'm going to make tonight, I wanted to talk about bourbons that are $25 retail or below, for the most part. So I should make a little star next to that because sometimes these will be priced a little bit higher than that. But for the most part, these are $25 and under a bottle. And I just wanted to talk about them in this video because I think on our site there's this misconception that you have to pay, $40 to $60 or get a hard to find bottle of Blanton's or Weller 12 or Pappy or Whistle Pig 15 or something like that to be able to be a really good pour. I know a lot of our members enjoy these bottles that we have in front of us here, the 8 different types I have. And this is just the bottles that I have. And I know there is many others. And I'm hoping you guys can comment in the video and give your examples of bourbon bottles maybe that you have under $25. So we'll just start off here and I'll kind of just give you a little information on each of the bottles. So starting over here, we have the Very Old Barton. So it's an 80 proof made by Barton, and this is a 750 milliliter bottle. All of these are 750 milliliter bottles, and I think I paid $12 for this in Indiana. You can this will be on the bottom shelf of most liquor stores. So I didn't personally like it neat. However, I put a couple ice cubes in a glass, and I thought it was pretty good. Moving on to the Old Tub, which is a Jim Beam product here. It is, once again, not my favorite thing neat, but I did make a Nocino Old Fashioned, a Nocino with Old Tub, and I really enjoyed it. I know lots of our members post about this particular product on the site, and a lot of people really like it. I believe it's unfiltered straight. It is straight bourbon whiskey, and maybe that sums out of this bottle now. Maybe I'll go back to it and enjoy it, because a lot of the bourbons that I tried initially that were on the lower price point, I'm like, oh, this is kind of rough. But then I go back to them, and I actually think they're a little better than I thought initially. So these all would be really good to do in a blind tasting too, so that you wouldn't be able to know what you're actually tasting, so you don't have that altered thought that maybe these aren't going to be good just because they're $25 and less. So then moving over, of course, we got the Buffalo Trace, which again, neat is not my favorite thing in the world. However, old fashions and on the rocks, I actually really enjoy it. Now, just back to the Old Tub for 1 second. I think I paid $17.99 for this bottle of Old Tub here. Then like I said about the Buffalo Trace, you can find it. I mean, I see people paying too much money for it, in my opinion. But I think I paid $24 for that bottle. $25? I think it was $25. Then we're moving on to the Larceny. Larceny you can get at our Super Walmart. You can get Larceny. It's just a regular 92 proof version. Initially tried it, again, didn't really like it. I went back to it a few months later, and you can see that I now enjoy it quite a bit. Once again, not my favorite thing neat. I throw a couple rocks in or an ice ball, and I really think it's great. I do really want to try the barrel proof. I heard it's fantastic, but as many of you know, the barrel proof version of Larceny is actually pretty hard to find. So if you have a bottle and you want me to taste it with you, give me a call. Moving on to the Old Granddad 114. So again, this is a sleeper. It's 114 proof, and it's a sleeper. It's full of flavor, and in my opinion, this is my favorite of the 5 that, or the other 4 that we've gone through. Initially, I tried it and I think about fell out of my chair just because it just hits you like a ton of bricks. However, the flavor is amazing. Now, neat, Another one that I don't have neat personally. I do an ice ball in this and I let it sit for about 5 minutes. And the flavor that comes out of this is just fantastic. It's a sipper. It's 114 proof. But I think I paid $23 for this bottle when I was down in Indiana. So you can find this bottle. They have it at Amon's. I've seen it all over the Milwaukee area. So if you need help finding a bottle, just post that you're looking for one. I'm sure somebody can guide you from WISCO Bourbon Club to the right place to buy it. But a sleeper, guys. This is a sleeper. Moving on to the J.W. Dant. This is made by Heaven Hill Distillery. This is like a $15 bottle. Again, when I initially tried it, I didn't really like it. So I used it for a few mixed drinks, like you would just like, I just made it with Coke. And I thought it was really good. I have gone back to it and had it with some ice, and I actually appreciate it more than I did initially too. So don't be afraid if you have a bottle that you really don't like to give it another try. Let it sit for a while, give it another try. It's not like it changes all that much in my opinion when it sits, but just go back to it, because as you get further into this bourbon journey, your taste profile changes. So you go back to something, you're like, oh, I don't know why I didn't like this. It was really good. Or you might go back to it and still not like it. Then you can use it for old fashions or Manhattans or whatever else you want to do. This is probably my second favorite one in this lineup here. This Evan Williams single barrel is usually like a 9-year, and this is a sleeper in my opinion. So this particular one was barreled in 2011. It was bottled in 2019. It is, in my opinion, a sleeper. It is 40, so it's 86.6 proof, so they do drop it down a little bit. Full of flavor again. This one I drink neat, or I'll drink on the rocks. It's absolutely fantastic. I think this is my second bottle I'm on already of this. This one I think at Walmart it's like $22. So our Super Walmart here in Muskego has this for like 20. It might be more now, but it was like 22, 23 when I bought it. I think it was on sale. Sleeper. I know a lot of people, I posted about this already on the site, and I know a lot of people either have already been drinking it or went out and bought a bottle and they're amazed on how good it is. This is a fantastic pour, and don't sell it short, because for a 9-year for $25, I'm not sure how you can go wrong on that. Lastly, we'll move to, pretty much my favorite. I mean, it's almost really a tie with Evan Williams single barrel for me. But this is Elijah Craig. This is the small batch. You recognize the bottles. They're all the same, whether it's a barrel proof or a toasted barrel or anything else. They're all the same, this old, really cool looking bottle. And this is just a sleeper in my opinion too. It's 47% alcohol by volume. So what is it, 94 proof? Absolutely full of flavor. I do have a couple bottles of the barrel proof as well of that, which is much more expensive. You can find for $59, $69 if you're lucky. But for the price, this is like it's like $22, $23. I think Costco has it. Almost everywhere has this. And what's really nice about this one too, if you do end up, falling in love with it like I did, I mean, it's just a fantastic pour. And the great thing is you can get this at almost anywhere. And the great thing is almost every bar and restaurant that is, on the little bit higher end will have this stuff, and it's fantastic. If you make an old fashioned with this, I mean, it's hard to go to something else because it's just that good. And just lastly, what I want to say too is if you're fortunate enough to find barrel picks such as this one from the bottle shop in Grafton, this is a single barrel, and it was like $25. The Elijah Craig small batch single barrel is like $25. Absolutely fantastic. Here's another example of Buffalo Trace. You see the little sticker on there. This is a single barrel version as well. I think I paid $30 for that one. So that's what I wanted to talk about tonight, guys, in this video, because a lot of times I think some of these we sell them short because they're cheap, but the great thing is a lot of these you can find anywhere. So you don't have to worry about going to a liquor store and being all disappointed when you don't find a Weller or an Eagle Rare or one of the other really hard ones to come by. You can enjoy these pours anytime, and you're able to find them almost any place. And it's well within everybody's budget, I would imagine. So thanks a lot for tuning in again to the YouTube channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and like the channel as well. I really appreciate it. Our goal is to do many more videos. If you are also interested in doing a video with me with a tasting, maybe you have something that you don't want to open and you want to taste it with somebody, we can do a video at my house. We can bring the camera stuff to your house, or we can meet at a bar or restaurant and do a video. With COVID, I mean, we're trying to keep everything as safe as we can right now, but I think we can do a video safely if we're careful with everything. So thanks a lot, everybody, and have a great night.